Hey Mika, how you doing?
Hello.
How are you today?
Um, I'm fine.
Today, actually, I'm not sure. Will Misha Jr. join us or not? His mama just told me that he has a vacation right now, and he at his grandmother at the I don't know at the Dutchers at the village. I'm not really sure. So, as I understand, I mean, his mom sent him the link. I don't know what does he have there, like regular phone or the tablet or I don't know what. So technically, if he has a good connection, he will join us. If he doesn't, he will not.
Okay.
Maybe until we wait in. I'm you see I'm sharing the screen. If you not forget, I ask you to make two interesting, two funny tasks for the mathematics. That would be fun and joy and so on. So I also, make some kind of fun for lesson like this. You see, like
Mm,
it's in this have fun with Baloo. I mean, if the even if the task is easy or it looks like easy, it could be not easy because we can change it. So, for example, like I don't know, like what our when I was a kid, what our teacher usually did, she gave us something like this, but she did it quickly to all of the classmates. It was like it's like classmate number A, classmate number B, or I don't know how many there was. If I'm not mistaken, 20 different students in the class, and everybody has his own, I don't know what, egg or coconut, or I don't know what's that. That's coconut, right? And it was like the task was like at the end, like for example, you see this 4 plus 5, and at the end the every class mate, every student should multiply for the last digit or for the first digit. Like for example, like if it's for the last one, it means like 4 plus 5 multiply 5. If it's 0 plus 7 multiply 7. So the last one was also not only plus but also multiplying. And there was a couple of tasks like 5 to 10, and the main the main idea was who will do it first and right. So even though if you're first, it doesn't mean make all these equations right. It doesn't mean that you're correct. So and she then we summarized the results. But the idea was great because students were trying to compete with each other. It was a competition, and it was fun, especially because some coconuts or some material that she gave us was a kind of fun. I mean, it wasn't like a regular tasks. It was like something like it was cut it through the heavy carbonated carton or some kind of fluffy paper or some wavery stuff or something. So it was unusual, and everybody have different type of material. So it was fun. I remember I was making some kind of equation. It was like fluffy stars and fluffy circles. Somebody has some kind of fluffy animals on the carton, like like here, like coconuts or anything else. So, what about you? Did you try to make any home task, funny home game in math?
mm, no,
No, was it hard?
I don't do it because for me it's hard to make something
But maybe not.
boring,
But maybe not to make.
interesting.
Maybe just to because there's the internet. You can, even if you cannot do it by yourself, you can search and find something. What do you think?
Mm, yes, but I think we need to make it not by just download some from internet.
Why? I mean, for me, any answer is good. It needs. Sorry, it means that at least you were looking for. I don't really need that you invent something from the scratch, just from the zero. I mean, for me, just find something that will be interesting for you and for other classmates. So you are. I just wanted you to put yourself like a kind of person who tell others that it can be interesting. So I have no idea what is interesting for you, but you can find something that is interesting. Because I mean, yeah, I can find you a lot of stuff, but you say this is not interesting. So this is why I'm giving you this task, not just to create something, but just to find and just show us. I mean, show me, show Misha Junior, and technically show at the end of the at your class or to your friends, to somebody, that you can have fun. I mean, it doesn't mean that it should be all also in school. It could be anywhere else, like you are meeting with your old friends, new friends, maybe current neighbors. I don't know how to do you play with your neighbors or not, I don't know. But I mean, the idea is just to start searching and finding something. Because, like, for example, like, you see, if I find something with this berry funny stuff, with these blue coconuts, I can change it. I can change it for anything. Instead of these circles, they could be, I don't know, tennis balls or football balls or anything, anything that would be interesting. Like, if I'm football player, probably I change it for football. Like, I'm like basketball much better than football, so I will change this for basketball balls, and so on. So don't be shy to search something and find something. It's not like I will say, oh, you didn't do it by your own. I mean, how? I will not check. Did you really search the internet? Maybe you find something and you will change it somehow. I mean, you update it, you know, under yourself. I mean, under your mind, under your circumstances, under your ideas. So don't be shy. So
Okay, I understand. Sorry.
yeah, would you mind if I just give you this task for the next Zoom? Just find something that is interesting,
Okay,
that could be fun and interesting for you. Because, I mean, I can show you this. Uh, of course, I will show you my Balu games or any other, like this one, for example. You see, skateboarding, bus, blah blah blah. But it can be interesting, it can be not. I mean, because do you really think I created something by myself? I mean, even though if I can create something, I'll first search for all this amount of resources which are already created. There's a lot of, so it's much for me. For example, like I don't really care. Do I create it or somebody created it? For me, it's more interesting. It's more essential, more important that we have interesting time, we have fun, and we have some skills. That's my point.
okay, I find it. I will find it for the next lesson. Okay.
Thanks. Uh, so let's go. I mean, I'm not sure about Misha Junior will join us. I mean, maybe because of this, maybe if he will not join, maybe we have a little bit shorter, shorter Zoom. Because you see, usually I'm planning because I'm kind of trying to share your time and his time, and we kind of usually about 2 hours. So I guess maybe today we do less if he will not join us. So you see, for example, like I'm asking you and for example Misha or somebody else, like, can you give me these quick answers, like 4 + 5 multiply last digit? In that case, you multiply 5. Do you see my mouse, right? This one.
Right.
So this will be multiply 5, this number 2 will be multiply 7, multiply 3, multiply 6. So usually what I'm doing, I'll quickly ask you, give me the final answer. So in number A, it's like, I just give you example, 4 + 5 multiply 5, it's like 20 by 5, 100, right?
Right.
So what about next?
Так.
077.
0 plus 7, it's 7.
So do you see my idea? Because it's too easy for you, like 0 + 7. So that's why it's like two tasks. First, you you make the plus 7, and then you multiply the result to the last digit. So here in the first one, you multiply all result to 5. Here you multiply on 7. Here you multiply on 3. And we try to make it as fast as you can. So usually, like, I am competing like with you, for example. Like, just imagine that I'm Misha Jr., but a little bit smarter or faster. So, and we can go from the back. That it will be not so easy for, because even if I can remember this stuff, I will go from, I don't know. So can you give me the answer on number 2 that I understand that you understand? 0.
It's 49.
Yes, exactly. So let's go next. Number C, 2, 3, 3.
2 plus 3 and multiply it on 3, it will be
15.
Yes.
So next one. Who's faster? 4, 6, 6. 60. 2, 6. 6. 48. 3, 3, 3. 27.
It's 27.
5, 5, 5.
It's 125.
Yeah, 7, 2, 2.
7 to 2.
28. I fast. 1, 3, 3. 12. 8, 2, 2.
20.
What if we go backwards? Like 2, 8, 8. 80.
20.
If you go back, not like from 8 to 2 and then 2,
8,
like
18.
80, So 2, 5, 5.
It's 14.
Yeah, what if we go the regular one? 2, 5 over 5.
35.
35. 4, 4, 4.
It's 32.
Okay, let's 3, 6, 6.
3, 6.
54. No?
54.
That's why I don't use a calculator. 3 plus 6, 9 over 6, 54. 3 plus 5 over 5, 8 over 5, 40. So you see, it can be also the fastest get the prize. By the way, if you make a task like this in the classroom, like imagine like you are a teacher. So what is the reward? What is the prize for example, like again, they could be like 2 free winners, like the fastest one or the most who is the most correct, because they could be fastest but not the one who is the who make the correct answers, right? So
I think in this game would be 3 winners. First is who made it faster. Third is who made it faster. Second is who made it more correct, and first is who made it faster and fast and correct.
But do you really think that the fastest one, but not the one who is correct, is a real winner?
First winner. It's
because it looks like
would be,
there could be student that could be just tell you the any answers, but to be the first. Like I know. Like 2 plus 6, okay, 11. 3 plus 3, 17. 5 plus 5, 10. Oh, I guess one answer from 4. Don't you think so? I mean, I can tell anything I want to, something in my mind. I'll be the first, but I will never be correct because I just want to be first. So somebody who is just say it first.
No, it's I think it's second place. It's who made it correct, and first it's wait no second place. It's would be person who made it faster, and first it would be person who made it correct.
Okay. At least, yeah, at least it sounds more fair, because this one who just first but is not correct sounds like he's like cheating, like give you anything he wants to give you, but instead of right answer. By the way, his mom is writing. Misha's mom just writing me right now that Misha probably will be late in 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. And she wrote it maybe 10 minutes ago. So maybe at least 20 minutes he will join us. Hopefully, let's see. Okay. So, did you ever play something game like this in school, or maybe more interesting and maybe more?
For something like that, yes.
I was wondering, like, by the way, did I send you this? It was in Russian, because your mom and Misha's mom also asked me some activities for mathematics that we can, develop in our Zoom in English. That some lexics, because if we wanna be a little bit more in mathematics, we need to know some terms, some instructions, some new words and vocabulary. So they also can you briefly look at this PDF which I send you?
Yes.
Because at the end, I will have some test. Like some short test with some multiple question answers. How much time do you need? 2-3 minutes more? I guess.
To read it.
Yeah, just not to don't memorize it. Just like make fast stare and glare, just fast look at the half of this text in Russian. So I guess it's not so hard, and some kind of some meanings, some terms which are represented in this PDF, just to make sure that some new words which we can mention today or in the next mathematical lessons you are familiar with. Sounds good?
Okay, why not?
I don't like any languages instead of English, but sometimes it means, if there could be questions, for me it's easy to give like in the people's native language. I remember maybe 2 months ago I have lesson with two Spanish guys. My Spanish is not so good, but yeah, I also found some explanation in Spanish, how to name this or that stuff in Spanish, to make them sure to explain in English. Otherwise, it will be hard. Yeah, for me, some main things that you probably will meet. It's like these decimals. You see some thousand, some hundred stuff. Some mathematical equations, like you see some verbs that we use to add, to plus, minus, subtract, multiply, divide, equal. What else? Yeah, like 7 plus 8 or 7 and 8. 7 to 8. What else? Minus 23 minus 3 equals 20. Or if we subtract 3 from 23, we'll get 20. What else? Page number 3. Something about the division. We do sums, we solve the problems. Denominator and common denominator. Numerator. Yeah, so denominator is as you understand, is the lower part of the fraction. The numerator is the upper part of the fraction. Oh, we have an improper fraction, mixed fraction. I don't know. How do you think? Does Misha Jr. already get to know fractions, or he doesn't? Did he tell you?
No, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. By the way, how do you think? I got a question right now. With this picture which I shared you with this Baloo guy, do you have any ideas how can this game will be made in, for example, in Scratch, for example? Or I don't know. Maybe in Roblox, I have no idea.
Like this on your screen?
Yeah. Like a person, so like level 1 person just give quickly, like should multiply, like add like 4 plus 5 and then multiply the last digit, like we did 4 5 multiply 5. It could be, I don't know, maybe some flashing digits, or maybe some way to go. I don't know, maybe 2 ways to go. Like maybe there'll be answer, or maybe just give the answer. What could be interesting? Maybe flashing some other coconuts, like I don't know, push on the coconut and get 2 other coconuts, which give you the answer. Like second coconut and third coconut will give you like up and down, like 2 or 3 flashing answers. Like for example, like 4 plus 5 multiply 5, and the result is like, I don't know, like 80, 90, 100. Oh, and you quickly should press the the right coconut with the right digit. You see, there could be a lot of scenarios, right? How to make the game. Would it be flashing? Would it be like flashing coconut? Would it be flashing like, I don't know, like any other fruit or vegetable? Would it be what? Just the digits, flashing the digits, or maybe half of the digits? I don't know, like maybe 0 at the end, right? So like 4 plus 5 multiply 5, and the answer will be partly shown, like 0 at the end. And you should think, what is that 0 at the end? Is that 80? Is that 90? Is that 100? How do you think? What is your ideas?
It is about game.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, if you will make a game, or if you will play in the game like this in the Scratch, if you will start making the the design of the game, how will you realize this game? So would you just make it flashing answers, or flashing digits, or like half of the digits, like I told you? Do you understand?
I think it. Yes, I think it would be like in first level. It's you have a lot of time to answer, and level 2, it would be more hard than first, because you have not a lot of time, and for the next level you have
So, for example, like we have, I don't know,
If
how many letters here? Like
mm,
A, B, C, D, E, F, what? For some alphabet letters, right? D, F, G, H, I, J, K, like until P, right? So
right,
maybe we can we can have levels by the letters, like 26 levels, right? For example, from A to Z or to W, I don't know. So you want or you would like to make how many seconds or minutes for like for the first level and maybe for the level number 4, 5. So will you put the
mm,
time less, right? So how much time would you
right.
start?
For the first, I think it would be a minute,
Minutes, 60 seconds, uh-huh.
and for the four, it would be 40 seconds.
By the way, I was wondering, do you have any idea? It looks like the Zoom meetings also have this board, right? This kind of
Mm,
which Misha Jr. always showed us. This kind of board. I was wondering. No, I was wondering. Like I'm searching for this whiteboard. For example, like if you are making this leveling stuff, right? So how do you for example like would you do it like in a table in just a list of answers or like just one by one? Will you make it for yourself? So would you describe each level of your game somehow separately or
mm,
like
I think
you are designer of the level and you just so what will you start from? Will you comment every level somehow somewhere in the paper or in the like PDF for example or any text document?
mm, I think level would be like you have four answer and one of them is correct, and you have
Hmm. So it's a multi-choice answers. Uh huh.
yes, and you have a timer for some seconds, and you need to answer for this time.
Hmm. So what time? So what time will you put for? As you say, like 60 seconds for for level number one. So if there's a maybe 20, 26 letters and 26 levels, how many seconds would you give to the last level?
The last, I think, from level 10, the game would have three or four um, mm, mass mm,
Could,
mass problems, and you have more time to solve not one. You need to solve some of them, like three or four.
hmm. So from the level number 10 and backwards. I mean, and below.
Yes.
But is time limited or how you think it will be?
At level 10 to 12, it would have unlimited time because it's something new for player, and player need to know how to do it.
Hmm. So does it mean if so until level 10 the time is limited, right? So after level 10 you start making the time unlimited?
No, from 10 to
20 something?
from 10 to 12, time would be unlimited, and from 12 to maybe 26, it would be limited.
So you have these two free levels, which are a little bit different than the regular, right?
Right.
So you're changing the rules somehow. Yeah, that can be interesting. So you changing some rules and it have some diversity, and yeah, you need to kind of variate the game and its rules. Yeah, that's interesting.
And I think in this game, all game would have 20, 25 levels, and if you make a mistake, you need to start from beginning of the game.
Wow, that's tough. So
It's made it would make a game more hard.
so does it mean like if you make a mistake, it looks like you have one life and you're kind of killed? So
Yes.
if you're killed, you need to start from the beginning. So the mistake is fatal. The fatality of the mistake is you are losing or you are getting death in this game. The game is over if you make a mistake. I get you. So how many would you make one life for a person? I mean, in each level, does it sound like this? One mistake, one game over, right?
Yes.
So no mistakes
And you
allowed.
need, yes, and you need to start from beginning.
Okay. So so would you play that game if you have something like this? If somebody give you the already realized in the platform of Scratch or Roblox?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm just wondering what should be in the game. I mean, because technically as I realized, the sense of the game doesn't really matter. The matter how do you realize this game? How do you develop this game? Am I right? Am I wrong? Do you agree? Disagree?
Yes.
So maybe it's more interesting how it looks like than what's the sense? Is it easy to make just a regular addition like 4 plus 5, or just probably solve the problem? If you, as you said, like there could be four multiple choice answers, like 4 plus 5. I don't know the answers. Answers is like what, 5, 7, 9, 11, right?
Right.
Or maybe I don't know, like I don't know, maybe 9.0, 9.3, 9.5, or I don't know what. Some kind of tricky answers that you know that the game player should make a mistake. By the way, what type of math are you doing right now at your regular school program?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Are you making a lot of math, or you don't do math at all, a lot?
In math, like for exams, we have um,
Is it some kind of equations? Some.
yes, yes.
So I'm asking because I'm just wondering if, for example, I'm looking at what you have right now. How can we make game from your math? Can we make a game from your math, from your tasks, somehow?
Yes, it's like this game, but with equations.
Yeah, maybe a little bit difficult equations, but the game could be the same, right?
Right.
So are you making these equations with like x's and y y's, like regular, equation, maybe cubic equation, or
Regular and cubic equation.
mm-hmm. And you also looking for roots, I suppose. I mean, the answers for the. Hmm. So how does the final test looks like? Can you describe it, or maybe you can, some kind of example?
Final test. Mm, Only what I can say it's hard.
I mean,
It's hard.
for what part of mathematics you should, no, maybe not you, but the students like you should solve or find the problems, or all the parts, or maybe I don't know. I remember that some kind of progression, for example, we don't really solve when I was like in the term, the class number 8, class number 9, 10. I remember that geometrical progression and like linear progression we didn't really use to. Even trigonometry was also kind of limited. We didn't really solve all the equations. We just, they were limited for those or that topic. But I remember that the tasks were sometimes interesting, especially like you are in the, just imagine yourself in the starship or in the spaceship, and you are trying to make like regular trigonometry equations to solve the problem in the space shuttle, something like this. So it was not like regular test, which is boring, but it was something kind of, as Misha Jr. told us, like some kind of story that you should, you know, create and understand. So would you maybe remake something that you are making right now? Maybe you will share with me and Misha Jr. I do realize that Misha Jr. probably doesn't, because he is maybe, I don't know, 8, 9, I don't know how many, 10 years old. He and his school program doesn't support such difficulty skills as you already acquainted with in your program in school. But some ideas, because it doesn't really matter does he know how to solve it or not, but he can give you ideas how to make it fun. What do you think?
How to make it fun?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have ideas because for me it's difficult to make something boring to become interesting.
So why didn't you share something with me and Misha Jr. that we start thinking how to make fun from your boring tests? What do you think? Maybe just like some picture of what you are doing. Some kind of, maybe you have a link for some website where you find some equations and say, folks, this is what I'm doing right now. Look how boring it is. Do you have any ideas how to make it fun? And probably we'll say, oh yeah, yeah, Mika, you are right. It's really hard to make fun. Or maybe we'll find. What do you think? Maybe if you just give us the idea, give us the link, at least we have a choice to change it somehow. Because for me personally, until I don't know what we are talking about, it's hard to say, can I do it, or can we change it, or can we not? So can you give any link for maybe any picture, like, I don't know, for example, if I if I'm looking for, I don't know, like regular cubic equations, right? Yeah, from something like this. I don't know. Do we have anything? Yeah, something like this, right?
No, it's like cubic, but it's like
At least share the picture, share the link. Until you don't show or don't share. I mean, at least me personally cannot understand what we're talking about. How to make it fun.
okay.
Maybe just make quick picture on your camera and just insert it to the to the Zoom chat or to Telegram, whatever is easier for you, or maybe the link or whatever. You see, we have a lot of possibilities how to solve the cubic equation in graph equation. See, it can be graphical, it can be analytical. What else? We can guess the answer, like at least three options.
Mm, okay, I sent picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like this type.
Uh huh. I get you. So are you making graphs, or are you making just regular equations? Are you looking for like x roots? So for example, like every time, how many regular tasks, like equations like this, do you have for your regular task? Is that like 5, 10, I don't know, 50?
It's different.
For example, it can be like this, right? Like 9 plus 4 plus 15 equal 0. So we don't. I mean, you don't have this with the cubic, right?
Yes, yes,
So only square equation. So
yes.
let me just put it this way, like square. Okay, let's square equation. Square equation. Cubic equations. Uh, cubic functions. Cubic example. Less summary. Yeah, like square square equations. Mm-hmm. Quadratic. Quadratic equation is any equation that can be rearranged in standard form as where x represents a known value and a and b, c represent known number. Okay. So the question is how to make this boring stuff interesting and fun, right?
Right.
Okay. It looks like it could be a task for me right now. How to make it interesting. So, by the way, how do you think? Is it possible to show something like this for students like Misha Jr.? I mean, for example, like this is the task for people who are maybe, I don't know, like 14 years old, 15 year, 16 maybe. So it's class number what? I started in what class? Maybe 7, 8, 9? What's the
A.
8? So like Misha Jr. probably in the class number 3, I suppose, maybe from 2 to 4. So how do you think how to start explaining this stuff for for the students in his class? How do you think? Is it possible? No, I understand it's possible, but how do you think how to make it clearly and easily?
Hmm.
Quadratic equations. You see? You see, we find the games. Finally. Quadratic comes from quad, meaning square, but the variables get squared. The function can make nice curves like this one. So you see, they are playing football here, right?
Right.
So it looks like we can make a kind of game of playing football or any other activity with the ball, and see the curve will go in on the function of this quadratic equation. Quadratic equation standard form. Okay, the standard form, blah blah blah. X variable is unknown. We don't know it yet. Here's some examples. So 2x quadratic plus 5x plus 3. And this one is a2, b5, 3. Okay. Quadratic equation explorer. So does it mean we can change this stuff, right? And it will change it. You see? But at least we see how it works, right? It's kind of fun.
Right.
So this C is it. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't play something like this when I was in school, but that's funny. So if it's minus, no, it doesn't matter, minus or not. So it means like if it's 1, what is it if it's like 0? No, is it 0? It's just like, okay, 2. Yeah, that's funny. 63. You know what I was thinking, like playing these toggles back and forth, up and down. So it can be a game like try to make the shape of the curve looks like, I don't know, like cucumber, or like, I don't know, like apple, right? So I mean, so if we put it like this, probably it's more like apple. If we put it like this, it's more like regular cucumber, or I don't know, any other fruit or vegetable. It also can be kind of, space shuttle. I mean, if we just add some imagination, right?
Right.
So, like, if it will be a task like, okay, folks, we are making the space trip right now, and we make to survey. We need to we need to develop some space shuttle, and it should be looks like, some organized and some in a smooth way of connecting with the air, with the forces, with the gravity stuff. So we need to make it in the shape of that or this, subject. Or so the task can be like, you can try to move these toggles back and forth to think about that. So see, while we exploring this stuff, we start. I mean, I don't know about you personally, but I'm thinking just how to make it fun. How to make it not just like a regular equations, like quadratic equation, like uh, a lot of a list of the problems, but how make it interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. It looks like yeah, it's a one of the home task for me, I guess. So how does it usually go, Mika? I mean, are you preparing for some exact tasks? Are you going from some exact task book, or how many do you are you preparing? Like I don't know, like some amount of equations per day, per hour, per week. How do you usually do this? I don't know, like 10 per day
Mm,
or 50 per week. What's the goal? What's the main idea?
the goal of solving it is to solve it without a lot of mistakes
What does it mean? A lot of
and
mistakes. How much is a lot and how much is not?
because sometimes you can do it wrong and it bad.
So how many mistakes can you make in the test? How many? So what is the regular test? How many tasks in the test and how many mistakes can you make?
Mm,
Like
how
in the
many
game?
mistakes?
Huh? Yeah.
Mm, the test is consists of 19 tasks, and
19.
I
Uh huh.
can make 4 mistakes.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like you should solve 15 right, and other four you can be mistaken.
Yes.
So at least 15 questions you should answer with no wrong answer, with no mistake. Are they the same quadratic equations, or are they kind of different?
No, it can be different tasks, but this is usually the most bigger part of test.
The most bigger because it takes a lot of time, or because it's too many equations?
Mm, because too many.
Mm-hmm. And how much time do you usually have for this task, for this test? Is it like 10
Mm,
minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours?
the time is different.
Do you want to say that every task you have every like 15 questions or 90 questions different time?
No, yes, but this time is more than 20 minutes.
But are you training yourself, or is there a kind of training activity that you or the other students should be trained for some exact you know time management? Tell me, am I right or wrong? If you are preparing for this kind of test, do you know the rules? How much time will they give you? Will it be limited time, or there's no limitation?
Mm, It usually it limited time.
So what's the usual limitation?
It's more than 20 minutes usually, and maybe it's 40 minutes, 1 hour.
1 hour for how many tasks? Or for how many equations?
Mm,
Are you making some real tests, or you are just, or you? How do you prepare it? I'm just like wondering. Can you share? I mean, can you tell?
Mm, I just solve these equations.
But you solve
And
what's the reason of your solving? Just to know how to solve them, or just to pass the test in real life?
mm, how to solve it and how to make it correct.
So what if the time will be limited? Like, I don't know, they give you like 15 equations and tell you, Mika, you have 30 minutes or you have 60 minutes. Are you training yourself for time, or you don't really care about the time right now? You're just caring about how to solve it.
I care only about how to solve it, and time is usually I solve it for not a big time, and it's an hour for test.
Okay, 1 hour test. Got you. Look, what do you think about this game?
It's
You see what I'm thinking about? You see this digits like 6 plus 4, 2 plus 8? It can be your equations. What do you think?
yes.
I mean, instead
I
of
think
6 and
it's
4, they could be like regular quadratic or quadratic equations, but in this 6 and 4, this is the answers for your quadratic equations. And until you solve this equation, you have no idea where to go. Go left or go right. Is that, yeah, maybe 3 and 3 is not a good answer because they're usually different, right? But 2 plus 8, it could be like 3 and 4, or like plus 3 minus 4. So probably if we change a little bit this, if we change one of these 3 on some other digit, it could be like your equations. And we are given this kind of task for the, for the class, with these quadratic equations and with these possible roots, and you need to check, does this roots work? What do you think? So so the students check the roots for the quadratic equation and then put the answers like this right, this wrong, and go to this skate rink, I don't know what that, skate trip game route. I don't know what's that, highway, what is that, like pedestrian route, I don't know what's that. Yeah, and the first one who clearly solve the problem, solve all, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe about 8 to 10 equations, will be at the right place. Sounds good? What do you say?
it would be interesting.
So can you give me the example, if I don't know, have you ever tried to solve the quadratic equations with the guessing of the roots?
Mm,
Did they teach you, or did you find the any, for example, like this one, I don't know, maybe if we put it like this, I don't know where to put this stuff. I don't know. Like quadratic equations. Examples, right? And we have pictures here. Yeah, like this. So how quickly can you find the roots?
quickly.
Yeah, for example, if you, how to say,
It's hard to say in English.
I mean, if you have, you see the roots like here is like x plus 4 and x plus 2, and you see that the roots are like minus 4, minus 2, right? So
Right.
technically we should quickly change this equation for these two formulas with the parentheses. So these little equations with the parentheses, like parenthesis equations multiplying another parenthesis equation equals 0. That's the formula for solving the roots, for finding the roots. So technically, I mean, if you put like, so what answers can be here? Like plus 4 minus 4 plus 2 minus 2. So if we put it like 2, I don't know, we quickly put like 2 over 2, like 4, and 2 like 12, and we see this doesn't work, right?
Right.
So because if we put like positive results, it always be wrong, right? So the answer should be always negative, at least to make 6x negative. So like 6 over minus 2, or 6 over the 6 by minus 4, that we can. So this amount should be negative to make all equation equal to 0. So my question is just like how to quickly find the answers, the roots. Did you ever have this kind of task to find the roots quickly?
Yes.
Can you give me example or examples?
Examples?
Yeah, like here. No?
I think no. Because there's a lot of them and
Okay, if you look at the right part, you see right part should be easy. No?
right part, how to solve it, yes.
Yeah, quickly find the answers.
How to solve, I can do left and right, both of them.
No, I mean if you look at the left part, I mean the answers is not easy to find. I mean you should solve it really quickly. I mean you should solve it in a really boring way. But this one on the right side, this one x.
The answer will be 7.
Yeah, 7 or minus 7.
It's 7.
Why only 7?
7 because minus 49 we put it.
But it's a quadratic equation. Do you remember?
Oh.
So it means it's quadratic means it's two roots.
The answer is 7 and minus 7.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
I remember it.
Yeah, that's this is the easy stuff. It could be 2. What about this one? 3x quadratic square x square minus 75 is equal 0. Is it harder? Is it more difficult?
To do it in mind, it's hard.
So what if you just quickly divide this stuff on 3 by 3? So technically you take out the 3 and you take out the 3. You have like x square minus what? 25.
The answer is 5 and minus 5.
Yeah, you see how quickly you can solve if you quickly just trying to change it in the way like x quadratic minus 49. Like just quickly see that you find the negative and positive roots. Looks like here is the same, but a little bit it's changed a little bit. Hard, right? So you see, it depends how often do you solve the problems like this. If you solve it like every day, you probably find it much quicker. So if we put it like, for example, 25, 36, I don't know, 49, what else? 64, right?
Right.
Maybe what, 81, and so on. Got you. So my question was like mostly why I'm starting when I open this stuff here with the quadratic equation examples, just to show you that you or your teacher can make some kind of tasks that could be interesting because it could be easy to solve and they'll be kind of fun, like here, like quickly 7 plus 7 minus 7, just folks, that's the two, this is the two answers. Okay. So I don't know, maybe it's technically Misha Jr. already should be here, maybe 20 minutes. Okay, let's do this way. If Misha Jr. can join us, he can join us. If he will not, I will just keep going what I was actually planning to do. Yeah, I was wondering about some other stuff. So maybe before I go to some other activity, you see, by the way, this funny with the Puch's predicament. So you see, it's like what I just told you. I mean, this equation is for Misha, right? For Misha Jr. But it could be for you if you put the quadratic equations here, right? And you will predict the roots of the equation. So it will be a little bit more fun with the honey, with the bees, and with the teddy bear, but it will be with equation stuff and how to find the roots. So what are the other subjects you are doing during the week, except math? Are you preparing for something else? Are you training yourself in some other subjects?
Yes.
Would you tell about that? Would you share?
I think no.
Is that the secret?
It's not a secret, but I'm shy.
Okay. So you don't want to talk about that.
Yes.
I get you. By the way, how do you think? Except math, what other subjects can be interesting for for the kids to make it fun out of the regular study process? Your ideas. What's the
Others?
yeah? What's the subject that you see that can be interesting, except maybe physical activity? Yeah, because physical activity is, it's number one. You can play volleyball, football, any other game activity, and a lot of other stuff. But except math, what can be also interesting? Are you study geography? Are you study history? Are you study biology? Are you study chemistry?
Chemistry can be interesting, but but not online.
Why? Why it couldn't be
Because
interesting online?
mm, chemistry and physics are not so interesting online for kids because it's just learning something, some formulas and others. But because we can't make some experiments, because experiments is really interesting.
So why cannot we make experiments online? I can share the camera and put some stuff. I will, send you some examples. You will prepare the stuff. I mean, you can share the camera or you cannot share the camera, but at least I can share the camera. Misha Jr. can share the camera. So why we can't do it online? Tell me. What's the difference? I mean, how? I mean, what was the last time you have been in the school? Is it like last year, this year, or
Last year,
so? Do you have this kind of activity in the class? Like I remember that we have the cameras because half of the people, half of the students, not half, maybe 1/3, cannot attend the school offline. I mean, because they were too remote, or maybe they were kind of sick or ill. Remember pandemic times? Half of the students were at home, but we are making experiments online. There was a cameras. I mean, the teacher is on their side, students on their side. So maybe the limitation is that I don't know if that's a chemistry. Maybe you, like a student, doesn't have the enough materials or enough. I don't know if that's a kind of experiments. Maybe you don't have some kind of uh, hazardous materials like I don't know, like calcius or I don't know, maybe not nitrogen or whatever. But technically, if we will give you examples of tell you or your parents how to find these examples and how to find these materials, what's the problem to make it online? Tell me.
mm, I think that there's no problem, but sometimes it can be dangerous because we don't have teacher or people who know.
But you see, there's some kind of rules of safety, right? So I don't know about
Right.
about your school and about your teachers. I remember that in the schools that I have been, you know, learned and studied, and then when I was teaching, actually, uh, every dangerous subject or every dangerous lesson, first when we come, we learn and we read the instructions of safety or safety instructions or whatever. How do you call this stuff? There's usually like several sentences or 1 or 2 pages of these regulations for safety. Or you sometimes, if you are more adult, maybe if you are 15, 16, or I don't know, until maybe 19 years old, we sign some papers that we read this stuff, we agree not to do this, not to do that. Instead of somebody will first agree and sign, and then he or she will just do something wrong, at least they signed the paper that they actually agreed not to violate the rules, right? I mean,
Right.
when if you are not a kid anymore, if you're not 5 years old, if you're not 6 years old, so you are more or less understand what you are doing, and teacher just asks you to sign the paper and you know, be more or less aligned or instructed to obey the rules or obey the terms and regulations which just you have been signing in the paper. So if this is some kind of hazardous materials that can give you like danger, dangerous materials, so you sign that okay, you will use the googles, right? Or you will use the special gloves, I don't know, right? Some rubber gloves for some, I don't know, for dangerous chemical elements or whatever, that you will protect your eyes, your skin, your what, your respiration organs and systems from breathing or sniffing or I don't know what. So do you really need somebody who will just be in front of you like a teacher? So what's how do you think? Why we can instruct people online?
Mm,
Just give your point. Just share your idea. I think blah blah blah. We cannot, or I think we can, or I don't agree because that this. I just yeah. You see, we just talking. You just share your opinion. I share my opinion. You tell me something. I ask you something. So you also can ask me something. Did you understand the question?
yes. I think if it offline, teacher can control all of them, and if it's online,
Uncontrolled.
it can be hard to control all of them.
Uh huh. Got you.
Like they can read safety tips, but if they follow them online, it's hard to control it. But offline, it's easier.
Got you. So how many dangerous lessons did you have in chemistry? Do you remember?
Maybe one or two.
So what were these preparations for I mean these safety measures, safety regulation?
Mm, Teacher say to us not to. We have some dangerous chemicals like if you spill it on your hand or skin, it can be bad, or on table and this. And teacher said, be careful with it and wash our hands in the end of the lesson. And if we drop it on some surfaces, to call teacher immediately.
Any special equipment? Googles,
Mm,
glasses, you know, gloves, some special
mm,
fabric maybe?
no,
No.
no, it's not so dangerous, but it's not good if you drop it.
So is that some kind of what? Nitrogen? What? Calcius? Cal- Kali? What?
It's something like acid,
Uh-huh.
but not so acid.
Uh-huh. Some kind of dangerous acid. Got you.
Not so dangerous, but
But not regular, not the water. I got you.
yes.
I got you. I got you. So what about others? What about like other subjects like history or geography?
Mm, Geography, it's interesting for me because we have a very good teacher, and it's interesting to work with she.
hmm So you work with her with a really interesting way. And what was the last interesting lesson that you really liked? What did you talk about?
I don't remember what we talk about, but we talk about some countries and some advantages of these countries, like minerals and some others, like forests. And it's very interesting because teacher had some stories from her life in it, and I don't remember all of them, but it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And about history, it's very boring because teacher just give us some video lesson, and for the next lesson it will be a test for it, and all class would just draw something in their notebooks
Mm-hmm. How do you
or
think,
just talking.
Michał, how do you think why it's such a big difference between these two teachers? This geography teacher who is really interesting, as you said, and this history which is boring. What's the difference between these two teachers?
Difference is
Except obvious that one is boring, one is not. One is interesting, one is boring. I understand that.
history. History was boring just because teacher gives us just a lot of text and all. And for the next lesson, it will be a test.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you, if you would be in her place, in her shoes, what would you change in the history lesson?
Mm, I think
How will you just remake the lesson from boring into something interesting?
mm, to something interesting. Mm,
Do you want interesting lessons or you like boring lessons?
mm,
That's obvious question that I ask you. That's why I'm asking you the previous question. So, if it was boring, what would you change? Everybody say,
I
"Oh,
think
it's boring. It's a history. We don't like to make that." Fox, change it. So what? What would you change? How convert it to something that is that giving you fun and being interested in the subject, and don't say this history lessons is not boring anymore because we changed the entire lesson. So, your ideas. What would you say?
mm, mm, I think I would not just start the video and go from the class. I think I would control lesson by myself, and tell some interesting stories about this episode of story.
If you remember, what was this video about?
It's video about some historical events.
Is that about what country, for example?
It's about a lot of countries.
So it's some kind of exact time, some kind of like I don't know, like 1 century ago, like 10 centuries ago, about some kind of war. What was that?
It can be about some war or industrial revolution.
But you said this video was boring. I mean, the subject with this video was boring. It looks like if it was boring, I hope you remember that. What was that video about? Why it was boring? You even said that if I were a teacher, I shouldn't, I wouldn't show the video. I would probably change it. So just tell me this just briefly. What was this video about? What exact, some kind of historical period, or what was that?
Mm,
Or did you watch every lesson new video?
Mm, yes, but
But what?
uh,
Do you need time to rest, or do you need time to tell me? I mean, I mean, if you're tired, just tell me, Mike. I'm tired. Blah blah blah. Let's finish the lesson, or because I don't know what's going on. You making like a big post. I'm start thinking, is it like about my question, or it's about some other activity you are involved right now?
mm,
Do you want to finish, or you want to continue, or what's on your mind? Because I see Misha Junior probably will not join us. Even if he joined, probably I don't really see the.
I don't know.
If you don't know, how can I know?
Mm,
Uh huh. Yeah, she writes me something right now. No, just tell me because if you're tired, it's better much to it's much better to stop it and just make the next one with the Misha Junior or the regular one. If you're not tired, I will. I know that you have a lot of energy, and we can continue. I will give you some other activities and tasks and questions, and we can go on.
I don't have any ideas because we can continue, we can stop. I really don't know.
But what would you like?
Mm,
Misha Junior is Misha Junior just come from the. Uh huh. He just came from. I don't know where he's came. Yeah, if Misha Junior will join us, I don't know. I will probably she will try to send the link right now. So I mean, how do you think? Is there any chance to merge, or I mean, just to assemble to bring it together two different subjects to make it interesting? Like for example, like history is boring, right? Or maybe it's not boring, but it's boring with that teacher who was boring. So, what do you think if just to join two different subjects like mathematics and history in the school?
mm, can you repeat?
I was asking, how do you think if that one of the subjects is boring, like for example, history could be boring. I wouldn't say that it's boring, but it could be. Like if as you said, teacher just gave you the video to watch, then give you the test and so on. So what do you think if to join together two subjects like math and history, or like geography and history, or like chemistry and history?
Chemistry and history?
Like look at the
It's
yeah. Keep going. So what do you think?
I think it's something.
Something what?
Mm, it's something strange.
For example, like if we look at this picture, you see it can be like what? It's a kind of, you know, mathematics and maybe sport activity, or this one can be like a biology and math, right? So the same way we can do with the, I don't know, like some kind of dates, for example, like dates in history and maths. Like dates in history, or like some kind of wars in history, or some kind of facts in history can be multiplied by some kind of way, like progression or equation or like quadratic equation or whatever. I mean, I already shared you this graph, right? This previous one, uh, when I played this quadratic equation with the graph, right? With this, what was that? Yeah, this regular quadratic equation. What do you think if that will be a kind of time scale? Like for example, this is the 10 10th century, and this one be like, I don't know, like 12th century or like 19th century, and we can go all over the dates on this time scale with this quadratic equation. What do you think?
Mm, yes, but it's very strange. Okay, math and history is strange, but I think chemistry and history, it's uh, it's both strange, but I think to know like when this element of chemical discovered date can be not so interesting, but it's not so strange like math and history. But I don't like mm, mm,
You don't like strange subjects, or you don't like strange lessons? What?
yes, strange lessons.
So what make you understand that lesson is strange? What does it mean for
Mm,
you? The lesson is strange, except you don't like it. Strange. It
It's
means.
like when
Mhm.
it's like when and at maybe at history we discovered we learn not history uh, like um, like history and biology. It's strange. If it's biology on biology, we need to learn it. Yes, we can say something about other subject like in this year. um, some scientists discovered this element. Yes, we can, but it's not to be the main part of lesson.
Mhm. So do you think that interest in lesson is not the main idea of the lesson?
Interesting lesson.
I mean, the
Mm,
yeah, the some kind of to make interesting lesson is not really important in the lesson. The more important is that you know how to solve something, or how to, find the answers.
no, make interesting lesson is important
Okay.
because if lesson important, pupils with bigger chance remember it because if they not involved in lesson, they just they don't interesting in lesson and they can talk in on all class or make some bad behavior and it can be bad for lesson.
Mm. How do you think? What is the most boring textbooks do you have? I mean, in the in the subjects? What is the most boring? Is that a mathematical books, study books, history, chemistry, geography? What are the most boring?
History, because if we have test in history is boring. No, it's not boring for all, but for me it's very boring and hard because you need to know a lot of
Dates, facts.
a lot of date and peoples.
History is boring for you. I got you. So, how to change this idea? How to change this fact? To change boring history from being boring to being not boring? Or because it's boring, you never thought about that?
Mm,
So what's the boring thing in the like in the history that you really think is boring and you don't like it?
mm,
Give me just one or two. I don't like.
it's learning a lot and
Just give me example. Just like Russian history, like U.S. history, like world history. Some I don't know, like Spartans, or I don't know, like World War II, or just like slavery in Russia, or slavery in UK, or in US, or just some exact lesson topic which was boring. The most boring thing that you think. Come on.
all history it's boring because
So you couldn't say this is more boring than the other, no? Everything is boring. Nothing exceptional.
no, we have some interesting.
Give me this some. Give me this some example. So this one is a little bit more interesting than other boring stuff. You see, I'm trying to kind of I'm trying to extract some information from you, but you're trying not to tell me.
Because I understand one is that I don't really know why I don't like some lessons and why I like some lessons. I just like them and that's all. Yes, we have some boring like some tests where where you need to know a lot of persons and other, and it's very boring too.
But the last month, the last one lesson that was boring. Just tell me briefly what was this last lesson. It was boring test. I don't know, like 19th century, 18th century. I don't know, like 14th century. Like just example that I at least know what you're talking about, because I have no idea what you're talking about. For me, like you're talking history is boring. All history is boring. All lessons is boring. I don't know what is more boring than less boring. Give me some, like, okay, the last lesson was about, like, I don't know, Dmitry Donskoy, or I don't know, like the Peter the Great, or I don't know, like some kind of pyramids and the Egyptians, or some kind of revolution in Great Britain, or industry in Germany or in France, whatever. Tell me some exact topic, some exact lesson. I say, okay, Michael, this one was 5 days ago, or I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, and that was boring, and I don't want to hear that in my life ever.
I guess I can say which is most boring because all of them just typical. We have some preparation lesson, and the next lesson we usually have a test.
Okay.
And in this test was the most annoying and boring part is um, we have some portrait of persons and their names.
Okay.
And you need to write the portrait and name of this historical person.
I got you.
And it was very boring because you need to learn all of this, like how a person looks like and name, and it was very boring and annoying.
Have you ever seen the game Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I shared something about it. It's questions, yes.
Multiple questions usually. How boring is that game for you?
How boring. I don't know.
Have you ever seen this game? Or you just heard about that?
I only heard about it.
Who wants to be see? Who wants to be a millionaire game? I just started to write in its videos. Yeah, a game like this.
Hey guys, what's going on? It is your boy B back with you once again for another round of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire right here at MVG Productions.
Do you hear sound?
Yes.
To be here with me once again. Well, the chance for $1 million is back, and I'm going to try to do better than I did last time. Because last time I thought I did respectively, but quite frankly, for the questions that I got, they were actually kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. So let's give it another go here, and let's see if I can work my way to the top of our money ladder here. And let's play Someone Wants to Be a Millionaire.
So, have you ever seen the game like this? I know that it was in different languages. It's a franchise. I know that it's not only in Russian. It came from UK. I'm not sure, from UK probably, but maybe from US. I'm not sure. But it's in at least in 8 languages. In every country they change it for their language, and I know it was also played in Russia and in what else? In UK, I remember also. So they usually give you the question and the four multiple, four answers, and you need to guess. You can call the friend. You can open one if you have it like 50-50 choice. So they give you like 100% wrong answers. They open it, they give it away. So you have two other answers if you say 50-50, or call to the friend. So you can call anybody you want, and this person probably could, I wouldn't say should, but could help you. So what if that would be kind of game with the kind of price? What do you think?
Can you repeat?
I said that this game is popular, right? In this or that way, because I see a lot of people watching this game in different languages in different countries. And I said in this game, usually they give you the questions, usually about 15 questions. And they give, so usually they start from like one question. The first question costs you like, I don't know, 100 rubles. The second question will cost you 200. The third one probably 500. The question number 4 probably, I don't know, like 750, and the question number 5 is 1,000 rubles. So every next question double the amount of money for right answer. So 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. The same in the US, I guess, like 100, 200, 500, $1,000. In any other country, they do it in their currency. How do you think? Is that interesting for you or not?
For me?
Or we can watch a little bit if you want. Would you watch? Would we watch?
Yes.
Yeah, well, let's put it to the questions like here.
Good luck. All right, question 1 for 100. What is the first even number? 1, 2, 3, 4.
How do you think? Is that easy question or not?
First even number.
Do you know what does even mean? So usually
Even
does mean that the number which can be divided on 2 without the reminder.
we have even number and odd number.
Exactly.
Odd it's like 1, yes.
Yeah, odd is
And
like 1, 3, and so on. Yeah, the even
Okay.
is even usually 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So you see, this is the first question. So I guess answer is obvious is B too, right?
Well, I will say this much: it's a much nicer start comparatively to the first one. I'm gonna go with B2 fun.
And now
That's right for $100.
one.
I was
more
waiting.
right
I was
answer
waiting for the
me.
0 to show up to honestly ruin that.
Good
but I
luck to
guess
you
not.
for this new question.
For $200. What's the name of the platform that Disney launched in November 2019 to compete with Netflix? Disney Plus, Disney Channel, Disney XD, Disney Flix.
So you see that the same stuff can be also with your history stuff, right? With the portraits, they can give you the portraits. They can give you like names, or I don't know whatever, and it start to be kind of challenging. So you will be kind of playing for, I don't know, for money, or for I don't know what. It can be some kind of prize. So I don't know, if you would be a teacher, what kind of prize would you initiate in your class?
I think for the winner it would be some candies.
Or maybe some little money, I don't know, like maybe not $100, but I don't know, maybe like 10 rubles, 50 rubles. But the question should be hard, right?
Right.
I mean, you should answer. I mean, you should really be interested to answering these questions to get the money. So I mean, it shouldn't be too small money, but some kind of I don't know, like I don't know, maybe 1,000 for. So we are going to take like 1,000 from that game. And you start, okay, I should find out who is this guy, how does she look like. So it should be kind of interesting. I mean, if you don't interested in history or in what teacher tell you, but at least you're interested in the prize, right? The money or the candy, or I don't know if they put, they say, okay, the winner takes the iPhone, or I don't know what like I don't know, laptop or whatever. So I don't know, like if you get the right answers for the first 5 questions, you get the I don't know, that free keyboard or free mouse or free I don't know what, the new LCD display for your computer. I don't know what, or maybe some. Give me the ideas. What can be the cheapest gift for your classmates?
Cheapest gift it's can be some money, some not a big money, like you said, and maybe candy. Maybe it can be a good mark.
Do you think that good mark is a enough goal to start playing this game? I mean, you already have this idea that you can get this mark, right, while you're studying. So why it should be interesting? Can you tell me? Because I think it will be not interesting. Because I mean, what's the difference? You're playing the game and can have money, or you're playing the game and have regular mark, like as I probably simply solve the home task.
I think it can, yes, mark it's not so good, but it can be
For the year?
for winner.
Uh-huh.
For winner it's
Stimulating?
Winner will get no homework because sometimes homework is very hard.
Uh-huh. So it can be motivation to not to make homework after if you win this game, right?
Yes.
That's an interesting idea. No homework. No homework as a prize. So does everyone student in your class doesn't like to make homework?
Some students don't like.
Is that majority or minority from your class?
Mm, it's mm, some people don't like do all of homework, and some people
Misha
don't
Junior.
like.
Hi.
Sorry,
Hello.
really late. First I was in the supermarket. Tomorrow is happy birthday. My brother from my brother. I'm on my dacha. The computer is old. It was loading 2 minutes. Then I saw Zoom isn't working. Then I loaded Zoom on telephone. Now I'm on from telephone. So I don't have concept board.
You don't have what?
Concept board.
I got you. So you don't have the computer. You just connected.
No, I can turn on the video and show you to the and show you and show the this and show the concept board, but I don't have the password from concept board.
Do you see the picture which I'm sharing? Misha?
Yes, I see. It's a YouTube video.
Yeah, how do you think? What are we talking about?
It's some kind of a game. Who wants to be a millionaire? It says.
Yeah, that's right. How do you think? Is that boring game?
Someone will be a millionaire in the end. It's a fighting.
Someone, yeah. How do you think? Is that boring game or not?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If you watch it, I think maybe it's interesting. You have someone who you like, ballet on it.
You fan, yeah, you're fantastic.
Yeah.
If you fan, yeah, for that kind of person or activity. I was actually starting this video just to show Miha that some boring subjects in the school could be interesting. We're talking about boring subjects, like one of them is history. Maybe not because of history itself, but maybe because of some teachers who make it boring. Do you have experience of boring lessons in your school?
Yes, really.
Miha, you can ask Misha Junior. Just not to. I want you to ask questions more than I ask them, because you see, I'm talking too much today. I just want you to communicate. Be my substitute. I can lead you. I can help you to ask if you have not enough questions. But yeah, Misha Junior. So, can you repeat what's the most boring subject in your school?
The most boring. It's Russian, I think.
Russian language, or Russian literature, or what?
Russian language.
What about English? Is it also boring?
No, it's not really boring.
Why Russian is boring and English is not? Mika, do you
Because
understand?
you need to write a lot.
So you write a lot of stuff in Russian, but you don't write a lot of stuff in English, right?
Sorry.
you write a lot of stuff in Russian language, but you don't do this in English language, right?
Yes.
How do you think? Why?
You know, I don't know.
You don't know. So what would you change in Russian language to make it not so boring but interesting?
What to do to make it not boring?
Not boring and interesting, yeah.
Not boring. Russian.
Russian language. Russian language as a subject.
I don't know. Maybe some lessons on computers can be, I think.
In Russian language, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, for example, like you said about some lessons about computers can be interesting. So, how to make Russian language, change it into something that is connected with the computers? What would you
maybe
change?
some site portals.
Mm-hmm. For example, like what was the last topic about in Russian language? Remember? In English. Can you tell it in English, not in Russian, of course? What did you talk about in the last Russian language?
It was suffix, I think.
Suffix.
Yeah.
Yeah, suffixes.
Yeah.
So how do you think why teacher give you the suffixes? What was the reason?
I think it gave me the.
Mika, could you please check the telegram? They give you what? Sorry, Misha. Junior.
They give me.
Give you what? Task. Give you what?
Task on computer, yeah.
Uh-huh. So what would you change in the lesson about suffixes in Russian language that it will be interesting not only for you but for all of your classmates, or maybe for at least half of your classmates? I guess suffix is really boring topic, but I mean, how to change it to make it interesting?
I think you need to.
Are you with us, Misha Junior?
Yes.
Looks like you pressing some kind of buttons now. I know that you like to do 2 or 3 activities at the same time, simultaneously. That's right.
Yeah.
So, how to make it interesting and not boring anymore?
Interesting.
How boring is your Russian teacher, by the way? Is she boring?
One full teacher right now.
One full? What do you mean?
And on math and on Russia and on other things.
So the same teacher for the lot of subjects, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So one teacher is responsible for math, Russian language, what else? Literature.
Literature, like естествознание.
So we call it usually natural science.
Yeah, natural science.
Is she so? Is that teacher so smart that she can be responsible for so many subjects at the same time? Is she smart? How old is she? Mika, can you can you help me with asking Misha Junior with all what I'm asking actually?
This lesson it's boring only for you or for all of your classmates?
Thanks. Misha Junior,
Yes.
did you understand the question of Mika?
No, not really.
Mika, would you mind to repeat it?
Only for you, this lesson is boring, or for all of your classmates?
Not for all of classmates, but lots of.
How do you know? How do you know that lots of your classmates think that it's boring? Did they tell you?
Something like that.
So they, oh, Mika, it was so boring lesson last time with this. What's your name? I don't know. Like,
Oh, it doesn't matter.
maybe yeah, maybe it doesn't matter. Anna Marie L. I don't know. So every time something is boring, some of the classmates tell you that Misha, do you know it's so boring? You say, yeah, I know. I was also so boring. Is it going like this, or what's the usual way? How do you find out that it was boring? Are they reporting you every time, or it's like once in a while?
No, not like reporting. They're
Folks, I have no idea what is going on in your school. That's why I'm asking you. Just tell me, how is it? How do you find out it's boring? How your classmates tell it's boring? I'm trying to change it. I'm trying to give you the questions how to change it, and maybe we will change it someday. I hope we'll change it next Zoom. I already start doing something. So, for example, if you look at my shared screen, if that was about suffixes, could we play the game like what suffixes would you put in this word, and like 4 different answers?
yeah, I think this would be something like.
So would it be still boring? Like game with the answers about suffixes, I don't know, and so on, and with other morphology stuff of the word.
You know.
I know what.
Sorry.
Misha Junior, it's hard to hard to tell me something when you're doing some other activities. You see, I'm just asking straight away. When you're doing some other stuff, it's hard to be like. At least you should also tell us something, or just doing something what you're doing, because you see we're still thinking like we are kind of a little bit away from you.
Okay. What was the question?
The question was, what do you think if you as a teacher would put the Russian language into the game? If you put, for example, like this game, like Who Wanna Be a Millionaire, if you put these 4 options for your Russian suffixes as an answer for your question of one of the game questions, would you do this?
Yes. Yes, I would.
So what other boring subjects do you have except Russian language?
I've got except Russian language. I don't know. It's maybe this natural science.
Natural science.
Yeah.
Micha, questions?
I don't have questions.
Are you tired?
Yes.
By Misha's like talking, I think he's always tired when he's talking.
Maybe he was really tired because while we were waiting for you, we have really conversation for 2 hours actually.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah, so technically, Micha, if you're tired, I mean, I don't hold you anymore. I mean, you can be here, or you can, stop it. That's okay. I mean, because I don't want to push you and kind of be present only because it's a kind of polite. I mean, I do understand that every lesson should be finished. So if you think that you're tired, I will see you with a great pleasure next time. If you think that's okay, you survive, you are not dying right now, let's keep going. Misha Jr., what about this natural science stuff? What was the last most boring lesson? What did you talk about? Remember?
No, that we have to like learn some пересказы, like.
Retell.
Yeah, that's the.
So are you retelling something that you see, that you read, or that your teacher told you?
That like not from read and retell.
Read and retell. So what do you think if this task could be in English?
I don't know. It's going to be really hard.
So hard to read in English, or what? Or hard to answer in English, or what? What?
Hard to retell.
Why? Why it's so hard to retell? Is it because it's hard to remember, or there's so many options, too many facts, too many data? Why is it hard? Give me the example. Like we are reading about, I don't know what are you reading for, about forest, I don't know about I don't know what.
Yeah.
Some kind of trees, or maybe some grass, some kind of flowers. I don't know. What did you read about?
We read about water.
Water.
That it can be dirty, it can be like not very good, and like that.
So okay, water, and how clean is that, right? So water pollution, water what? How to get water, or how to clean it, or how to get away, or how to what?
How to no, just about water. It's ecology catastrophes, like.
Catastrophes in water, or about the water. So
ecology catastrophes.
Ecology catastrophes. So, I mean, when you're talking about the ecology and catastrophes and water, does it mean like regular water, or is like oceans, sea, rivers? Is that about flood? Like big water, when the water goes on the on the streets, on the squares, on the ground? Catastrophe means what? Tornadoes, like
No, like maybe a tanker has this
leakage, oil.
Neft, yeah.
Yeah, when the oil leaks from the tanker, it goes all over the water, like
the water, and lots of dies.
So oil leakage from tankers. So, and you read about what? About the catastrophe of the oil tankers, or about how they try to clean the water from oil?
How to clean the water?
There was some exact C, or just they talk like generally about any leakage?
Just ecology.
So that is harm, right, for the environment, blah blah blah, for the water, for the I don't know, for some environment, for I don't know, for like seafood, or I don't know, for sea animals, maybe, yeah, birds, some other stuff. How dangerous? Is there something that you like as students can do to prevent from, or to help to prevent oil leakage? So how do you think, why the teacher gave you this stuff? Why did she decided to give you about this, the catastrophe of oil leakage and oil disasters in the sea and ocean?
Only oil disasters.
So why did she decided to give you information and lesson about oil leakage? I mean, some concept that that it's really hard to fix.
Oil
Huh?
leakage. In the book.
So she doesn't know why she is giving you the task. I mean, but in the book there could be some chapters, right? And she going straight to the chapters. Am I right?
Yes.
Do you know what's the next chapters? How many other chapters like oil leakage you have? Is it like 10, 20, 50?
Uh,
Did you see the book, the task book for this subject? I mean, do you have any textbook for this subject, or she just sent it to you, or how usually she organizes the lesson? Does she just say, okay, folks, let's read from page number 10 to page number 110 and be prepared for the test, or what?
not really like that.
So sure, tell me and Micha, how is it going usually? What's the usual way to start the lesson and to maintain it?
To mean what? Sorry, I don't understand.
How does she usually start the lesson? How does she lead the lesson? How she organize the lesson?
First, we watch a video about the topic.
Do you watch the video online? I mean, in class, or she just give it to you?
Class, yeah, together.
So like how 5-10 minutes everybody sitting and watching the video, right?
Yeah.
And then what? You asking the questions, you answering the question, or she asked the question? What's going on?
Then she asks the question
about the video.
Yeah.
Is that interesting or boring?
The video is interesting.
But the questions are boring, right?
Yeah, some kind of.
So if you would be a teacher, which questions did you ask that they will not be so boring? What would you change? Okay, you say like video is interesting, the all other part is not. So what would you change? Except watching the video for the whole lesson. Misha Junior, do you understand why I'm asking you this question?
No.
No. I'm asking you this question because if I would be the teacher like yours, your I don't know, natural science teacher, if I will show you the same video, I should know what is boring for you, what is not, and I don't want to repeat the steps that your teacher already did. That's why. So that's why I'm asking you, so with such a kind of pressure, what is boring, what is not boring, how did you change it? I literally trying to ask you, how do you want to see your next lesson in the natural science or any other subject?
I would like to see the next lesson. Not so boring as usual.
Are you talking about natural science or about some other subjects?
About natural science.
Uh-huh. So yeah, can you describe how do you see this not boring lesson of natural science?
Like a video or something like.
Okay, you and other classmates watching the video. How many? For 5 minutes, 10 minutes? How long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Is it not too much?
Then the teacher in that time finds another exercise.
For example,
Looks at the pages for homework, like.
looks like you are looking, or you are trying to find, or what? Or teacher just looking for something. So,
No, she looks.
So why does she look for exercise? I mean, probably she already find it or already have it in her bag, in her in her sources. So does it mean that after video she should give you some tasks? So why to watch video 10 minutes?
Like it's an exercise for the teacher. Like they gave
exercise for the teacher? Can you repeat what does that mean? So you want to give exercise for your teacher?
No. You don't understand, like.
Yeah, explain it. Explain me and Mika that we could understand.
So we like some other director gives for the teacher.
Hmm. What did she give her? Huh? Misha, are you with us?
Yes.
So you said that one of principal director just gave her, one of the teachers, she gave her or he gave her, I don't know who is that, male, female, gave her some kind of activity or task, right?
Yeah.
So what was that task about?
That task was
About the lesson, about you, about teaching.
All the tasks was homework, so I didn't watch it yet.
Uh-huh. But do you think it's interesting that the principal of the school gave a task for the teacher or for all your classmates? Or what's the idea? So is that a problem for a teacher give you a task? Why the principal, why the director give the task over the head of the teacher? Or director principal is your teacher right now?
No, not the director, our teacher.
So why director is participated in your lesson? I don't understand. Is that a problem for a teacher?
Director says to the teacher, you must do this, and this on the lesson. And the teacher makes her work.
But does it mean that your teacher doesn't know what to do? Why director?
Teacher, of course, knows what to do.
But why we need director here? Why director?
Because gives the exercise.
Director gives exercise.
Yes.
So what do you think? Why director kind of interfering? I mean, kind of going inside the process of your of your subject of another teacher? Is that the usual way how your director is doing her
No, we don't usually see the director. The director gives the says to the teacher, "You must do this, this, and this," and the teacher does this, that, and that.
Does that happen when you're in class, or I mean, does director come to the class and everybody see it?
One time a month.
What? How?
Maybe they meet one time a month, and they like.
It's your suggestion, right? Maybe they meet once a month, and she, as a principal of the school, gave some instruction to your teacher, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But does it mean that the director, just giving her some boring tasks, some boring instruction, and she translates all this boring instruction to the rest of your class, to the other classmates? Am I right? Am I wrong?
I am. No, you're right.
Am I right? I got you. Misha Jr., one of the questions I was wondering, like, instead of, except some other boring subjects, what about history? Do you have history in your school?
Yes, we have a history.
How boring is that? Is that a boring subject? Mika, you can ask Misha Jr. because it's one of the boring subjects, I understand from your words.
I'm sorry. I need to go because I have some plans.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sure. Thanks for coming. See you next time, I hope.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. See you. Misha Jr., because you come late, because we were waiting for you. So how do you want us to, to have this next couple? Maybe not couple, but next time. Next. Do you want to finish? Do you want to finish right now, or do you want to talk about something for?
I think we will talk about some plans about next lesson. I think.
So you have some ideas for the next lesson, right? Okay, I'm listening.
The next lesson will be more about Scratch.
So what's your plan?
We will do some projects on Scratch, and we will put it on my studio.
Why exactly Scratch?
On what else can we make programs?
You mean what other design studio? Do you asking, like, what else, like?
Yes, I don't know other programming languages.
That's I got you. So you want to make some projects which are connected with some languages which you know, right?
Yes.
I got you. So in that case, can you tell me how can you this making projects in Scratch improve, or maybe I would say develop our skills in other fields, like, for example, natural science, or like chemistry, or I don't know what, like history, geographic, and so on? Do you have ideas?
No.
No. Because before you you remember the task for this Zoom which I was given to you last Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. I don't know how to remind you and Micha, by the way, but it could be in your board. I mean, digital board.
No, I don't have the contacts with the board right
I got you. Probably you know how I will do that. Next time I will probably send the home task for your mom, that she will make sure that everything is going. So the task was like make two interesting examples how to make the mathematical mathematical lesson interesting. Because you remember we're talking with Micha that he said that it's boring, blah blah blah, and we cannot do it. And I said, like, folks, can we make our mathematical lesson interesting? Remember?
mathematical.
Yeah.
I will do, I think, this.
And you see, today I actually, because we didn't see you, I was preparing some stuff. You see, I prepared some stuff for the math, like a game. You see, have fun with Baloo, add, you make some kind of add instructions to add numbers, like 4 plus 5, 0 plus 7, and so on. With Micha, we also do some extra stuff. I was asking him not only to add, but multiply. Like if you multiply, so this is the coconut, right? And I was asking him to multiply the result of each action for the last digits. Like if you have 4 plus 5, I was asking, can you multiply for the 5? So the first one multiply 5, the second one multiply 7. So you see 4 plus 5 multiply 5, 0 plus 7 multiply 7. And I was asking him, can you do it quicker? Quicker, I mean to make it fast, that he can do it as fast as he can. And I will give you quick answers. Like for example, if I give you like question like that, can you say how much is like 4 plus 5 over 5? Multiply 5. Examples like 4 plus 5 multiply 5 is like 100. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So what's the next? If I apply 0 plus 7 multiply 7, what's the result? I can quickly give you the answer, but I just want to see how fast you are calculating.
What? Sorry. Again.
I can give you the answer, but I would like to see how fast you calculating. That we will try. Huh?
What's the thing?
I mean, do you see the picture?
Yes.
Do you see the picture B, the second one, like 0 plus 7?
0. It will be 7. Of course.
Yes, but my task is not so easy as you think. My task is multiply the last digits on the last digit. So, like, if you get 7, you multiply
4 5, 7, and then 7 by 7.
Yeah, 7 by 7, exactly. It is 49.
Yeah, it's 49.
Yeah, so next I just go Misha Jr. and Micha. Look at the number C. 2 plus 3 multiply 3. Your answer.
2 plus
15. You lost. 4 plus 6 multiply 6. 60. You lost. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So 2 plus 6 multiply 6. 48. You lost. This is the rule. Or we can go from the last. If you think that I know the answers, I don't really know. So like 3 plus 7 multiply 7. 70, right? 5 plus 3 multiply 3. This one.
5 plus 3 multiply 15.
15. No, you're wrong.
Oh.
It's a 24.
Oh.
Agree? 6 plus 3 multiply 3. 27. You lost. Got it?
Yeah.
So what about this one? 4 plus 4 multiply 4.
4 plus 4 multiply 4. 16 by 4.
No, it's a 32. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's not 16. It's like 4 plus 4. It's 8. 8 multiply 4 is 32.
Oh.
What about this one? 2 plus 5 multiply 5.
What's
Is it fast? Misha, Junior. I was thinking you're one of the fastest, classmates in mathematics.
the fastest?
No? Are you the fastest or not?
No, I'm not the fastest.
You're not the fastest. I got you. I was thinking you're one of the best. I hope so. Okay, 2 plus 5, 7. 7 multiply 5, 35. Agree? Disagree?
Yes.
So, you see, that can be a task for both of you, or for other classmates. That is the example how to make it kind of fun. So it's not like regular equation like plus plus, 3 plus 2, 6 plus 5. It can be like a kind of competition between like you, me, Micha, or any other classmate. What do you think? Do you think something or not?
Not yet.
Not yet. So what if this kind of game could be made in Scratch?
Ping pong some.
Huh?
Ping.
No, like
pong.
look at this. At this what I'm sharing you in the screen. So technically, you just have like one kind of item, like coconut in that case, right? It's a coconut, or it can be apple, or it can be orange. It doesn't really matter. It can be anything that this Balu is just having fun with. So technically, this can be a Scratch idea for the game, but the resolution, the idea and design, you can make by yourself. Apples, pears, coconuts, whatever you want. It can be eggs, whatever you want. You remember you gave us with Micha this eggs game when it was like Passover. So it can be the same, but in Scratch. So, like for example, you giving this kind of coconut like 4 plus 5, and then there could be another. So it quickly goes to the two options in your Scratch, like what? If it's a 9 over 5, it's like 45. If it's a 8 over 5, it's a 40, and you can give us like 3 answers quickly. So the Scratch game, which you will do, give you quickly 3 or 4 answers. Like, okay, I don't know, like 35, 45, 55. And the gamer should choose the right answer. What do you think? So you see, at the same time, we're making Scratch game, and at the same time, we're making math interesting. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Misha, are you here? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, what? Yes. It's
Yes,
boring. It's not boring. It's interesting. I didn't think about that.
I'm thinking.
So what was the game in your head, in your mind, before I just give you this picture as example?
I can make like a calculator, and it says like.
But don't you think it's boring, just regular calculator?
Wait.
Wait.
Can I please show you from my laptop demonstration?
Yeah, I will stop sharing. Yeah, you're welcome.
No, you don't need to stop sharing. I will show it from camera.
Okay.
I'm on telephone.
Okay. Because I see it on my big screen. That's why I'm stop sharing. It will be it's much easier for me when you start doing some some kind of activity.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Wait a second. Oh, here it is. Wait, I just so it's toy theater. So,
Broken calculator.
yes, it like understand. It gives you a number. It's 17. You must make 17, but without number 1 and number 7.
I got you.
Like, you can't make 10 plus 7.
But I can.
You can 9 plus 8, like.
9 plus 8.
You can-
Okay.
You need to do 5 variants.
Should it be only 2 digits, or how many digits can be there? It can it be like 4 plus 4 and 9?
Oh, I think 44.
Huh? Okay.
44.
Yeah, 44.
See? There's no 4. It's broken.
Broken what?
So,
I got you.
number 4. 11. It's 44. See?
Yeah, 55 minus 11 is 44.
Yes. And you must make 5 variants. It's broken calculator, toy theater, learn, broken calculator.
But you see, sometimes it's not exact answer, right? It's the optional answer. So you can give like options, like option 1, option 2, option 3, option A, option B. Sometimes you need to give like a kind of answers, like first answer like 55 minus 11, or 66 minus 22, and so on. 77 minus 33, right? And while you're giving the answers, people try and teach you like 77 minus 44 or 45 or 46, and you give this 4 or 3 answers, and the user or the gamer or your classmates or anybody else, they choose the answer. And they can be right or wrong, but while you're just giving the answer right now, you don't really choose the answer. You're thinking, what answer? Did you see how Micha was asking the question, answering the questions?
Yes.
He was, like you said, like he was tired, right?
Yeah.
What? No? Yes?
Yes.
He was like tired, and I was thinking like, is he really tired or not? I mean, for that type of students, we don't really not giving the task like this. We're giving them the answers. They need to choose answers, otherwise they always be tired.
Yeah, it can be. So shake and spill, it's easy. I don't know what to do there. Bingo is harder.
Yeah, you see, this is a multiple. You see, multiple answers.
Look, I need to find 6 plus 8.
14. Okay.
14. Here it is. 3 plus 5, it's 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to make bingo.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to make faster and faster.
But it's I understand it's much interesting to play when you're playing with somebody like you and Micha, or somebody else like your sister or your mom will play simultaneously. So everybody has their own screen or part of the screen, and we're playing who is the faster.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas how to make this game with the 2 users, with the 2 players?
I don't know, on different computers.
Mm-hmm. Maybe yes. Yeah, if we online, it's not easy to do this stuff, because it's much easier to play faster.
I win.
Offline. Mm-hmm.
It's online.
Got you. Do you have any ideas how to make other subjects interesting like this?
No.
For example, you said that this Russian stuff, Russian language was boring. Is there any chance that you can make this game which you just showed me with the suffixes in Russian? What do you think?
Yeah, suffixes is a little bit hard for me.
Why? So what if that will be kind of game? So that you press the button of this suffix and this button with another suffix, and it's equal. It finally gives you this or that word. So if you choose the wrong suffix, you lose the game or you lost your score. If you put the right suffix, you will win the game. What do you think?
Yeah.
So technically, what's the difference between suffixes and just the digits that you show me? I mean, technically no difference. I mean, it just depends how you make the task. If you put this task like a game with the suffixes, it can be anything. It can be suffixes, it can be your boring natural science, or it can be, I don't know, like any other subject, history, geography, whatever. Like you know, like from regular trivia, have you, like, you know, trivia, like the game you saw, like who wanna be millionaire, right? It's actually a trivia game. Like 1 questions, 4 answers. You need to choose the right answer, and that's it. And we're playing the games like that. So what else? What else are your suggestions? Instead of just do some project in Scratch. Except, I would say. How does making, you know, project in Scratch really improve your skills in some, you know, some subjects in your school or in your, you know, in your daily activity?
What will make me what?
How the making project in Scratch with you, me, Micha, and somebody else, I don't know, maybe with your sister, with your mom, will improve.
Make, yeah.
Will improve your, you know, daily activity, or will improve your, you know, your skills in school. For example, like if we play in the game like which I show you, I mean this one. Let me show you once again. This one with the Baloo, right? If I give it to you like this, and I'm kind of competing with you. Do you see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if I'm asking like 4 plus 5 multiply 5, and I tell you it's 100, and like 0 plus 7 multiply 7, 49, and I'm asking you what's the answer, and I give the answer a little bit faster than you, we kind of competing with each other, right? So there's a kind of intrigue that who is the winner, who will do this faster. I mean, not only faster, but the right. I mean, I should be first correct, second I should be fast. I mean, if you are fast but not correct, are you the real winner? Misha, Junior, are you with me?
Yes.
Yes? Did you understand the question? You see, when I see that you are a little bit away from my thought, I'm asking you the question, and I see that you didn't really get it. And that's why I'm asking you, do you understand the question? To clarify, are you with me, or are you really following what I'm asking or not?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. You see, I'm also like to play games with you, with Micha, with anybody else, and that's why how I play that game. I'm asking, you know, kind of sometimes weird questions to see how you fall in what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I understand.
So do you understand what was my idea for this? I don't know, for this exact Zoom and for the next one.
Yes. So we will do on Scratch and this exercise.
Not exactly. I mean, my most idea was not about Scratch actually. It was how to make any lesson interesting. Scratch is a kind of tool. We can do it with Scratch, We can do it with this type of coconuts with this teddy bear, or we can do with the eggs. It doesn't really matter. But my idea is to make any of your boring classes in school interesting. This is main idea. How to make all this stuff fun and interesting. How to make you, I don't know, literally run to the school and enjoy your activity. If you say like, Russian language is boring, natural science is boring, Micha told me what, history is boring today, geography is boring. How do you think what I am answering? What is my idea to answer? Okay, if all these subjects is boring, what should we do? Stop going on this subject, or what? Stop learning this subject. My idea is to change something to make them interesting. I don't know, maybe to change the teacher, to change the task, to change the approach, to change the, I don't know, the way how we they do the home task. Maybe we will make a game about this boring home task. We remake it, and it will not be boring anymore. What do you think? What do you think about my idea?
I like it.
You like it. Good. So the next way is, if you like it, now we need to think what are the most boring subjects. It's question number 1. And what are the most boring activities in these boring subjects? Do you agree?
Okay.
Agree? Disagree?
Agree.
Agree. So, what's your boring subject except this natural science and Russian language?
My
Boring.
sorry, what?
Boring subjects. Most boring subject in your school.
It's natural science because of this retelling.
Retelling, So, if you were a teacher, what will you do not to retell this stuff?
If I would be a teacher, the teacher doesn't need to retell.
So, for example, you are a teacher. So, okay, in that case, if you are another teacher of natural science, why do you think your teacher telling you to retell this stuff? How do you think? Why is she giving you this task? Why? Did you ask her, dear teacher, why are you giving me this task? And she will say, because, or what? What is your answer?
Yes.
Yes, what? Yes. Yes, she will say it because it's boring, because you need to do it, or what? Or because
you need to do it. It's correct.
So can you ask next question? Why I need to do it?
Because I said.
No. I mean, what she said is just what she said, but what's the reason? It's not the reason. I mean, she can say whatever she wants to say, but it doesn't mean that I would like to do it or I would do it, technically, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can ask you to do some stuff and you say, Mike, I don't want to do it, it's boring, and that's it. So, there should be kind of reason why. Because there's a program, right? Blah, blah, blah. We have a program in the school, we need to go this, we go... She can answer this way, yeah. We have a program and we need to complete the program. We need to finish the program. And then you ask... Yeah, why don't you ask your... dear teacher, why this task is so boring? Can you make it more interesting? Why don't you ask you that question?
I don't know.
Or you already have...
I think it's not polite.
Not polite to say that the task is boring, or what? You don't say that the teacher is boring. You say that your task is boring. Why is not polite?
The teacher can be...
Can be what?
Sad.
So? What? Teacher become what?
Sad.
Sad? How old is teacher if she would be sad after this say, okay, dear teacher, your task is boring. Can you make it not boring? And she, Oh, I'm so sad. Misha Jr. said my home task is boring. Is that the way it goes?
No.
How is it going? I mean, in that case, okay, Misha Jr. comes and says, "Teacher, dear teacher, your task is boring. Can you change it and make it fun and interesting?" And she said, "You know, Misha Jr., you are such a genius. You have the extra task for that question, right? Or what? What she will say? You will be punished for being what? Impolite or what? Tell me, what's the
No,
possible?
I never.
Huh?
I never.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you scared?
Yes.
You scared of the teacher, or you scared of asking the wrong questions, or what?
I'm asking the question.
Did you ever ask before something like that?
Yes, I did.
And what was the result?
It's a hard question.
It's not a hard question. It could be only hard answer and hard consequences. It's easy question. What was the answer?
I never asked.
So it's not a hard question. You never asked. That's it. I got you. So do you have any other students who are asking the questions from the class, or nobody asked the questions? Misha, are you with us? Are you with me?
Yes.
I'm just,
No.
you see, I'm just trying to ask you that question too, that we have, some ideas how to plan at least even Scratch activity, but I need to find out the directions in which subjects we can start making some changes. Like again, we have natural science, we have Russian language. Miha told us what we have history. This boring stuff can be here. Look, if this picture actually, it's a good example of anything else. Did you see the other picture like this one? Do you see what is that?
Oh, I see. Skateboarding buzz.
Yeah. Do you see what's the idea of the game?
Yes, you must skateboard. All the paths and write the answers.
Not the regular answers, but the answers which answers are only 10. It can be not only 10, it can be 5, it can be 6. I mean, you can choose the different number, 10 or 6, or it doesn't really matter. You can write any. For example, like if you have 10 students, you can give them the same task, but the digits will be different. Like Misha Jr. have 10, I will have maybe 5, Micha will have like 6. Everybody has his own option, and we will try to finish that as fast as we can. And the first person who will finish, correct finish, with the less mistakes, will win. But you see, it's not only about math. I mean, if you see this 6-4, it can be like, for example, it can be dates, for example, like dates of some events. Like as you say, like you talk about natural science about the tanker and the oil, right? The oil leakage. If the oil leakage from the tanker, so she can say like it can be tasked like the most significant disasters oil leakage in history, and there's two options of of dates like 1964 or 1965 or 1980, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But you see, this type of answers, these two digits, can be a little bit different answers, but it can be idea for the game. But the subject can be any subject. It can be math, it can be natural science, it can be anything you want, technically. Do you have idea how?
Yeah.
Do you have idea how to make that kind of activity in Scratch?
Maybe, yeah. I think I have some ideas. We will try to do it together next time.
Do you have any tutorial on in Scratch how to make like the regular mathematical games?
No, it's really easy for
What?
scratchers. For scratchers, it's really easy.
But I mean, instead of you, I mean, I want to be prepared. You know, when I don't know what we're talking about or how the lesson should go, and I'm a little bit confused. So that's why I'm asking you in advance. Can you give me some links or examples how the tutorial, how other, how other.
Okay, I will. My mom will send you a video. I will make a video soon.
Okay.
And I will make a video or a screenshot how to do it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for coming. Even that you late, you still come. That's good. If you have some questions instead, if you find some questions after we finished, just don't hesitate. Just send it through your mom or whatever. Anyway, just ask your mom how she will resend it to me. Okay?
Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Bye.
What will be the homework?
Can you finish this one with these two interesting activities in math?
Okay.
See, this is the at least two examples. You see, like as I told you, it can be interesting, it can be a game, but at the same time, it's a math, right? So who is faster, like to calculate plus and multiplication? 4 plus 4 over 5, or maybe you can do it in another way. 5 plus 4 multiply 4, or maybe you can multiply on the result. Like if the result is 9.
One I will show you on Scratch. One will be on a secret concept board.
Whatever you want. I mean, for me, it's the main idea just to make at least two mathematical tasks, and they
one will put on Scratch.
They should be interesting and fun. Maybe the question before we stopped finally, can you maybe try this game at some of your friends or classmates, or maybe on the dacha, maybe you have some neighbors. So you make this kind of game and you show them the game that they say, okay, Micha, it's really interesting. Oh, Micha, no, it's me. I mean, sorry, Misha Junior, it's interesting. Or maybe no, it's boring. Just make them play this game first. Maybe they think it's not so interesting. I want that it'll be really interesting. Okay.
I'll make a project and ask them. I've got a Scratch, but I can't save it. The computer is really old. It doesn't remember.
What do you mean? It doesn't remember? How much memory does it have?
I just turned it off and it doesn't remember anything. Only the programs. All scratches what I did, it deletes it. It's really old.
Wait. It deletes because it doesn't have enough memory, or why? I mean, if you save it on...
old. It was Windows 7.
Okay, I have 4 computers with Windows 7. What's the problem?
Because Windows 11 is popular now.
No, I mean asking not what is popular, what is not. I mean, what's the problem with Windows 7?
I don't know. This, all laptops we have got Lenovo, and this one is Asus.
And?
And Asus can shut down, but Lenovo is new device.
I got you. So when you're working, unexpectedly, the Asus just, reboot.
Shut
down and reboot unexpectedly, right?
Lenovo is like...
And because it's shut down, you cannot save the file, right?
Yes, if you do something, it just shuts down. And that's all. Make the program from the start. Or even document.
Is there any chance to save while you're working, like every minute to save, or every 30 seconds to save?
I think you can make after save,
But you didn't try yet, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, let's finish. Maybe I will ask your mom about this laptop. What can we do to fix some, unexpected shutdown and rebooting? Maybe we'll try to fix it.
It doesn't shut down. It's some problems with battery.
Yeah, I was thinking mostly about that. Maybe the problem with the battery. Maybe you just need to change the battery and that's it. Because usually,
it doesn't charge only from like Zaratka. If I turn off the Zaratka, it shuts down.
yeah, I understand that if there's no battery, it doesn't charge. So there's no charger. So the problem with the charge is mostly going from the battery stuff. Got you. Okay, I got you. Anyway, thanks for coming. Can you write down these home tasks for making? I said at least two interesting mathematical games.
Okay.
If you can make more than two, I will be, impressed.
But at least, yeah, two like things.
Got you. Thanks for coming. Yes, I hope that probably I don't know about maybe I will be on next Sunday or maybe I also ask your mom just to move it for the Monday or Tuesday.
I will be at home and will contact with my new laptop where I've got everything
Gotcha.
and concept board and Scratch account. I am contacting with this laptop 5 days. It was mom's old laptop.
I get
It
you.
was mine, but it wasn't working 1 year somewhere.
Get you.
Okay, Mike, I need to go.
Yeah, you need to go. Thanks for coming. Bye. See you next, I guess, Sunday. Thank you. Need to go, need to go.